For the thousands in attendance and millions watching around the world, please welcome your host, the one and only Big Blue Jabroni! Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Big Blue Jabroni here with another video here for you. And today what I'm going to be talking about is I'm actually going to backpedal off something I said off of Giants Alliance's channel. I've actually thought about it a little bit more, and I wanted to elaborate on who I believe is going to be the most important Giant of the 2020 season. And originally I said Saquon Barkley. I felt that was the obvious answer. Obviously, he is going to be the focal point of our offense. It looks like we've gotten that offensive line straightened up a little bit, and so I expect him to have a big year, which I still do. But the most important Giant, it's not going to be Daniel Jones, it's not going to be Saquon Barkley, it's not going to be any of those guys. It's going to be Joe Judge. Did the Giants get the head coaching job right? If we have, we've accumulated all this young talent. We do have a pretty solid roster. I think PFF has us too lowly ranked. If we have a head coach who can get those guys in positions to make plays and to give us opportunities to win games, I think that's exactly what they're going to do this year. I know he's never been a head coach at any level, not even high school, but I do believe coming from the Nick Saban and Bill Belichick tree is going to be huge for him. And the reason why I believe that is I do understand that the Bill Belichick tree has not worked out. Charlie Weis didn't really work out at Notre Dame. Eric Mangini didn't work out great for the Jets. A lot of people are not too high on even Bill O'Brien. Matt Patricia has been a disaster in Detroit. You saw a little bit of a Patrick Graham last year in Miami. And why I think that is I think really early on in his career, he was just so protective and of what he wants to do or how to get these guys prepared, because if he wanted to see these guys leaving for other jobs, he's now going to see these guys as the enemy, and he doesn't want to even still let them in. But now, Brady's gone. He's coached for quite a long time. I don't believe he's going to be in the league for another 10 years. And so now, before he goes, he wants to really build up that coaching tree. And so even when after he retires, that lineage of him being an all-time great coach can still be talked about. You see guys like Andy Reid, his coaching tree is amazing. Some of these all-time greats that it's not even just them, but the guys that go before them. Even his mentor, Bill Parcells, he has a very impressive coaching tree, obviously. And I think he's going to want that now. And I think maybe certain points of the season or certain guys, he wouldn't have told everything absolutely to them. I think he's trying to get them in a little bit on that secret sauce now, because I think he's going to want, even in 10 years from now, his guys still performing at a very high level in the league. And I think I think maybe Joe Judge and Patrick Graham are going to be obviously the best experiment of this to see if Bill Belichick's way can travel and go to another franchise. I do believe it will. I thought one thing Joe Judge did absolutely amazingly this offseason, not besides the press conferences and controlling the room of when he got in there and getting these guys pumped, but when he hired his coaching staff, he hired a ton of ex-head coaches, a ton of experienced guys, and he definitely is going to listen to their input. He's not going to just be out there by himself. If you remember when they went to the draft, he brought the entire coaching staff along, and he wanted them all to have an input on this roster, and it seems that that's exactly what they did. And I think leadership like that is going to show in the locker room. And also, when you really just think about a lot of these guys that have been on the roster for long, Evan Ingram's never won anything here. Dalvin Tomlinson's never won anything here. Even Saquon Barkley, we've had nothing with him. So when a guy comes in here from New England and they win 80% of their games, and he tells you this is the way to do it, and this is the way Tom does it, and this is the way they do it up there, I think people are going to be willing to listen and want some of that secret sauce to bring it here. And they want to believe that this is going to be the next guy to bring us into the promised land and into the playoffs and deep runs and getting this franchise out of the basement. So if Joe Judge is the real deal, which I believe he will be, and God, I hope he is, I believe that we could be competing for this division to go to the playoffs and be a force to reckon with just with year one. I think the talent is there. I think the coaching staff should definitely improve on all facets, offense, defense, and special teams. And he is going to be the most important Giant of the year. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Always leave a like. Thanks again for checking out the video. Peace.